Hello，大家好啊，我係 Gary。咁今日啦，好高興雪貓堂啦，同埋 Alps2go 一個歐洲嘅旅行社。咁裏邊嘅負責人啦，阿 Michael 同埋 Andy 就幫我哋咧做一個歐洲嘅滑雪分享會，佢哋會介紹翻奧地利啊、瑞士同埋一小部分嘅法國滑雪場嘅。好啦，咁我而家我交個波俾阿 Michael 佢哋去分享翻歐洲滑雪有咩嘢好玩之處啦。
好，那我先来讲介绍大家，因为大家可能平常去滑雪都是去日本滑雪嘛，然后大家对欧洲可能比较陌生嘛。那我大概一开始会先介绍欧洲跟日本的差别。对，我觉得这张图大家可能网络上都有看过了，这张图比较有趣，就是大家会发现这个圈圈里面的人比跟这个圈圈外面的人一样多。那转换成滑雪的世界，这图大概长这样子，就全世界一半的雪场跟一半的缆车跟一半的雪道就在这里面，就是都在243跟附近。那如果是这圈圈长大一点，包含西班牙跟挪威、瑞典，那可能是65%以上的雪道跟缆车都在里面。所以如果你很喜欢滑雪的话，你一定要去欧洲看看。对，欧洲就是会想介绍一下雪场的一些规模，或是缆车的一些设备，然后跟日本不同的像气候啊、降雪量啊，因为像日本的雪大家都觉得很棒，确实很棒。欧洲的雪可能没有像日本那么多，但也不一定会让你们失望啊。对，就是不太一样。对，那先从雪场的规模讨论看看。这边就是有一个雪场地图，里面可以看到左边这里是白马，右边是志贺高原，就是 Chicago 这边。那这地图都是同一个 scale，就是 Nagano 那边。然后这里是 Whistler 的加拿大的雪场，北美最大的雪场。那转换成Aspen 这边是 Colorado，你可以看，就是其实跟 Whistler 也差不了多少。但欧洲雪场大概就是长这个样子，所以其实如果你在这边在右边上缆车到最左边的地方，大概有50-60公里哦，调掉，所以基本上就是从 Chicago 一直坐缆车跟滑雪到白马都可以坐，那要回来可能来不及回，因为这一整天的行程。对，对，那纽西兰的话就根本看不到雪场在哪里。对，对，差不多，主要是雪场规模真的会差很多了，雪场是滑不完。对，那这边像我自己很不喜欢缆车很慢这件事。那欧洲基本上，像大部分的缆车都是很快的 chairlift，基本上慢的都已经被淘汰。这边可以看到瑞士快的缆车的比例都是可能80%，甚至像 Lux 都是100，没有任何 chairlift 是慢的。可是像看看日本，可能2成到4成才是快速的 chairlift 或是公道啦。很多还是那种2人座的。其实像去奥地利或是法国雪场，常常看到都是6人或8人座的 chairlift，那常常还会加热啊等等啦。就是你不会花很多时间在坐缆车，你大部分时间都花在滑雪上。对，那欧洲雪场主要就是会分布在阿尔卑斯山这边，当然是捷克啊、波兰这边也有一些火杯哦，但实际上80%都是这一小块，就是瑞士、奥地利、法国跟意大利。那放大一点，就是大概全部那些点都是雪场。对，
颜色有什么不一样的？
这是什么不什么？请问有什么问题来访问呢？
蓝色跟绿色
蓝色，
有
蓝
区别吗？
色我觉得是一个是 cross country，一个是alpine skiing。对
嗯，好，
对，就是 cross country 的一些地点。那这边刚好就是 Andre 的照片，我们前3-4年前疫情之前去奥地利滑雪， 就是雪还是有下蛮多的，但是左边是一年的平均降雪量，那当然是尼塞口那种白马都是可以下到10公尺以上，加拿大的 Whistler 也是10公尺以上，那欧洲一整年下的雪大概就是从像奥地利那边都也有一些10公尺的雪场，但大部分可能会5公尺左右，就是降雪量还是不太一样，就不会下那么多。但是欧洲的数据那些是在 base，但是欧洲的 base 常常跟山顶可以差到1000到2000公尺，所以那个降雪量在山顶会差很多了。对，那当然是中国的话，11公分就是真的是不够用了。对，要去的话还是不要好的。对。但是降雪的部分，我觉得这还蛮有趣的。上面是妙高跟尼斯口的降雪量，那平均其实每个礼拜5、6天都会降雪。那但是差别在于，在3月跟4月，其实日本已经很少下雪。当然，你可以看到策马特这边，它的4月跟3月的下雪，其实跟1月跟2月是没有差别的。因为它冬天一直都在，因为它海拔够高，所以会一直下雪。所以如果你觉得像日本，你3月都已经雪不好，欧洲我觉得3、4月你还是有很大的机会看到好的雪况。对，因为它冬天真的是比较长。嗯，中国一样，就是对，就是差别很大，就是因为大家都很多人都说欧洲的雪没有像日本那么好，那当然是不会下那么多。但是它根本不可能跟韩国跟中国比，或是跟澳洲也都还是差很多了。其实它还是有在下雪啦。对，这边是尼塞口的山底的气候地图。那黑色的线是它有在下雪的时候，那这个蓝色的是它又在下雨。那你会发现，其实尼塞口的山顶在11月底可能还会下雨，那3月也有可能会下雨。那奥地利的山顶海拔是3000，它从10月中都不可能再下雨了，那都一直有机会在下雪。那一直到4月底，就山里是不会出现下雨的状况。那半山腰，你是从2300到山里还有1000的海拔可以滑落差，那它一直基本上到3月底都不太会出现下雨的几率。对，那一直都还有机会下雪，所以雪季是比较长啊。对，现在其实欧洲那些冰川雪场，它10月初都已经开始开放，基本上大部分雪季是9月中跟10月初冰川雪场都会开了，然后有一些是会维持到6、7月啦。那当然是7月的那个雪是不会太好了，但是5月我觉得是还 OK 了，还可以去滑。对，但是雪也看每一年都不一样。这是法国某一个冰川雪场的这2年比较图，那是6月20号。对，今年算是欧洲历史以来最差的，就是夏天所有的冰川都融化了，真的就是平常可能要5年或10年的时间，今年就一年就够了。对对，今年雪是特别少。像这里是就是你可以看差别多大，2021年跟2022年完全太惨了，今天真的很惨，到10月现在也是好像10月也是欧洲最热的10月了。对，OK，那滑雪不一样的点，欧洲跟日本差不多，大概就是大家讲的这些重点。我不知道 Andrew 或是大家还有没有什么其他问题可以問？
如果要問問題嘅話咧，就咁 unmute 咗自己個咪，直接問就得㗎啦。係啊，我哋好 free 嘅呢度，係啊，隨便問都得㗎。譬如中間有咩任何問題啊，可以 interrupt 啊，Michael 啊或者 Andy 個 presentation 都冇問題嘅。咁我哋都想呢一個 presentation 更加係 interactive 多啲啦，更加係即係大家多啲溝通啦，可以當傾偈一樣啦。OK 啊，Michael，you can go ahead，你可以。
OK OK，对，好，没问题。那我先介绍今年的行程。今年的行程我们是会先待在奥 利，在奥地利我们会住8周，然后再去瑞士3周，然后再去法国1周，然后再回到策马特。对，那奥地利我们会换4个不同的点，先住2个礼拜在 Rauris， 然后再换3个礼拜到附近的 Pinzgau， 然后又是在2周去 Dachstein 跟1周的 Schladming， 那些雪场其实都是属于同一个 Salzburg 的区域，它的雪票是共用的，所以他们可以买一个 Season Pass， 就是有 Season Pass 可以带一整个雪季都在那边都可以滑雪了，对。瑞士的部分，因为奥地利的雪场那个地区的雪场海拔会比较低一点，所以它不太适合在超过3月中之后雪可能会融化了。但是奥地利瑞士像 Lux、St. Moritz 都是海拔比较高，或是 Lappland 策马特，所以我们会在3月跟4月都搬到那边滑雪，这样才可以雪季拉长一点。那有一些时间我们是欢迎新手加入，但新手就可能会需要报名当地的滑雪课程。滑雪课程其实价格也还蛮亲民的。对，我会想放一些影片，可是我们刚测试透过这种放影片好像没有很顺畅，因为我觉得看影片还会比较准。对啊，然后行程包含的部分就是我们都会是住民宿。然后行程就是包含7晚住宿跟6天雪票，然后我们会去机场接你们，就大概是每个行程都是礼拜6到礼拜六，那会大概中午的时候接，然后到滑完雪结束，隔天就是过一个礼拜，礼拜六也会早上吃完早餐送到机场，也差不多就中午会到。然后我们像奥地利的部分，我们可能会比如说我们住在一个地方，可是我们可以一个礼拜跑4个雪场。对，我等一下会介绍一些地图就会知道，因为我们平常滑雪会比如说刚下雪，我是有新雪有 powder， 我们会去跑 off piste 跑道外。那如果没有雪不好，就是没有新雪，我们就会去逛新的雪场，去拍照，去看新的风景这样子。对，那些行程是不包含机票跟一些保险啊、餐点那些个人花费都没有，但是可以帮忙去安排雪具的租借跟滑雪课程。对，这张照片是我们也是今年在 Lux 山顶拍的。对，我是自己滑 ski， 可是跟我们去滑的怎么会都是滑 snowboard， 我真的不知道哈。对。然后这是奥地利，我们去这个地方的大概地图，那些红色的都是缆车，所以这些其实都是雪场。然后那个地方叫 Salzburg， 它是同一个雪票，所以我们只要买这个地区的雪票，我们就不用去在乎，反正就是每个雪场都可以滑。然后第一个礼拜我们会住在红色的这个点叫做 Rauris， 它不算是一个很大的雪场，但是附近我们可以去逛，像 Hofgastein、Bad Gastein 这里，大概开车半个小时就到了。像开车到 Dorfgastein 也是20分钟，或是 Kitzstein 或者朗森那些雪场都是半个小时开车能到。那会看哪边可能降雪量比较高，或是哪边的道外比较适合，因为每个人的水准都不一样。那我们会选择跟大家一起讨论，大家想去哪边滑雪。对，那我们住宿的部分就会是住民宿。那像 Rauris 这边就是住在雪场旁边，所以如果你不想去别的雪场，你可以直接待在那边自己滑也 OK。但我是会倾向于去跑不同的地方。对
，Michael，
对，然后
民宿
吃完就是请问
我是 Gary 啊。民宿的意思是
，yes
说是apartment 吗？还是怎么样？
apartment yes is an apartment yeah。
就是这个一个房间，它有不同房，它有一个客厅跟有厨房什么的，对不对？这个 apartment 的。
就是一个会有几个房间，比如说这边是3个房间，所以一个 apartment 是6个人住的，然后会有一个厨房，然后可以煮饭，然后可以一起吃饭这样子。那当然是如果不想煮饭，在外面餐厅吃饭也 OK。 对，但早餐比较方便是自己在家里弄，就去滑雪，对。
Usually we go for the nice apartments, 2 persons per room, per double room. And then there's a common area and you can cook together, bring some of your own stuff if you want. And yeah, until late in the evening, talk with each other and make some friends. It's quite nice.
看起来都很舒适的那个 apartment。
大家看起来是还蛮开心的，都是有些人很会煮饭，这种人很重要，对。对，那这是刚这个学长的地图。请问 Andrew， 你想加什么？就是you can add anything you want。
我只想说，基本上欧洲住宿的质量稍微高，可以住很舒服的。Yeah, and it's very cute. There are a lot of those very cute alpine chalet, alpine houses made of local wood. Nice design, something traditional, yeah, with a European style. I like them a lot. We like them, and yeah, hopefully you can also come and check them out.
刚刚我看到你的 apartment 的照片，都是这样子的吗？你们的 apartment， 预定的 apartment 都差不多是这样子，还是很大差别？
对，这个就是刚好就是差不多就是同一个。I think Andrew in this place they're exactly the same. Yeah, because so far we have 6 people apartments for those 2 weeks.
Yeah. And we
so
really go for the premium quality. Yeah.
I see. That's good. Yeah, it's like recycle, right? We sometimes stay in the recycle with a house or apartment like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
都是台湾朋友。
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the ski resort is not that big, but it's still from the bottom to the top is 1,200 meters vertical, so it's still quite a long ride. And for those smaller ski resorts in Europe, there's no one there because this resort has like, I don't know, 40, 50 kilometers. So it's not that big, but half an hour from there, you have resorts with 200, 300, 400 kilometers of slope. So most of the people will go there. So it's the best, like during the weekend on Sundays, just come here and definitely there's no one there. And if there's a lot of fresh snow, we can just go for off-piste. And probably besides us, there will be maybe 5 people who are going for fresh snow because people in Europe, mostly they very seldom they go outside the slopes. They're used to skiing on the slopes mostly, yeah. So, and then if this ski resort is not enough, half an hour, and then we have a much bigger ski resort, Bad Gastein, and there's a lot of off-piste around there. We have some videos, but yeah, the connection it doesn't really work. We tested it before; it doesn't really work that great for Zoom. Yeah. This one is especially just for off-piste. So this is like one lift, and there's almost no slopes. It's just all off-piste. You can go anywhere you want. So in this place, yeah, this is more than half people will go on off-piste. Just as like one of few resorts in Europe that everyone is focused on going for the powder. Yeah. So it starts from like 1,600 meters to up to 2,600. Just one lift, 1,000 meters. And a lot of fun.
Yes, because
so it's just in the.
Go ahead. For the people reference, you can see the photo that the vertical drop is around 1,000 meters for just one resort for the powder zone. But when compared with Japan, for the recycle, do you guys know the vertical drop for recycle resort? Is around 850, something like that. So the largest resort in Japan is at 900 meters vertical drop. But just one resort in Europe already have 1,000. Not to say the one before they have 2,000 meter vertical drop. the size of the Europe resort is much bigger than Japan.
Yeah, it's a lot, and there's no one there for off-piste. When the snow is good, it's really a lot of fun. Yeah. So in the same place, there's another resort. So you just start from this place called Dovgastein, and you can go up the hill and go down, and then go back. So you just do a trip. So this is what we normally do when there's good snow. We just go to different resorts to just take pictures and visit. Yeah. So for the next week, we'll start. For the next 2 weeks later, for Chinese New Year, we'll stay in this place. And close to this place, they're one of the biggest resorts in Austria. Yeah. So this one here is Kitzbühel on the left side. So we can just drive a car 10 minutes here and start just skiing, snowboarding from here to this place and back. So there's like the whole day. And then Saalbach here and Schmittenhohe. So they're also kind of connected together. It's also like you can spend a week there and don't go through the same slope as well. Yeah. So there's plenty of choices. And I go back. So this is a lot of good off-piste here in this smaller resort. And then we can go left, drive to here. It's 40 minutes drive, and then can start skiing from here all the way up here and then go back. It's also a one-day trip. So normally if we're for a week here, we don't have to be in the same resort more than once a day if you want to just see new stuff all the time. Yeah. So this is just all in the middle of those big resorts. Yeah. And accommodation is also just similar, just new but alpine style apartments. Yeah. Just with a kitchen, everything, sauna, etc. Yeah. So the small resort looks like this. So it also starts from 800 meters to 2,200, so it's 140 meters vertical. But I remember when the snow was good, we just spent half a day under this lift, and then another half a day under this lift, and this was enough. Yeah, and there was maybe up to 5 people besides us just trying to find powder around here. Yeah. And there's another big resort, like 288 kilometers. It's just next to Kitzbühel. We can also go there. It's not that far. So there's Kitzbühel is on the right side here, and they're almost connected. Yeah, this is the map for Kitzbühel. So we would stay close to Mittersill. So start from the end, from the left side of the screen, and go right, and then go back. So if anyone went to Whistler has this like peak-to-peak gondola. So Kitzbühel also had the same thing here. Between 2 peaks, there's like S-Bahn. So there's like also a few hundred meters above the valley connects the 2 parts of the resort. And it's quite scary when you look down. Yeah. Yeah, it's also a small resort next to Kitzbühel, St. Johann. So during the weekend, we can try some smaller resorts so we can avoid the crowd. I'm not sure how it's going to be this year, but this year it was a bit less crowded. And I remember during my 80 days of skiing, I waited in the lines 20 minutes altogether for the whole season. So if you do it right, don't go to big resorts during the weekend and very busy days. You stick to the smaller resorts. You'll have the mountains kind of to yourself. So it's a lot of fun. Less waiting in the lines. Yeah, this is also another resort very high in the mountains because you can go up to 2,700. It's very empty because it's kind of old. The infrastructure here is old, but in the whole resort maybe 50 people altogether. So it's very hard to find anyone because there's so many other options around. So those resorts are kind of struggling finding clients. There's a lot of on the right. There's a lot of backcountry terrain you can go, but also plenty of off-piste just next to the lifts. Yeah. So this one is also the one I mentioned from Zillertal. So can go from right side to the left side and back for all those lifts. So you need to take maybe, I don't know, 10 to 12 lifts one way, and then around 10 lifts to go back. This one is the Glacier Resort, the only real left glacier resort in Salzburg. So the terrain starts at 2,000 meters, but the real glacier is only at the top. Probably 20, 30 years old, it was a bit slower, but right now the season starts at early October and ends in beginning of July, I think. Yeah, so if there's a bit warmer, for example, we would go there to look for better snow, because sometimes you have like a warm weather coming up, and it's getting like 0 degrees at 2,000 meters, but above 2,000 meters, it will always be below 0. So you're not going to have like wet, heavy snow.
In general, you see, although these are really large resorts, they actually all have blue slopes. 蓝线、红线、黑线都有. I think every mountain, because of the way it's shaped, it will be suitable for beginners and advanced people alike. Or at least we try to pick the ones that are kind of balanced. Well, what do you think, Michael?
Yeah, for example, Alps2go here, you come with this gondola. This is a red slope. This one is really steep, but then here you have blue slopes, and they're really easy. Yeah, so you don't have to go down. You just take the gondola down to the parking, and yeah, this ski resort is also quite beautiful because you see the lake from above. Yep.
And some people is very afraid to take the T-bar or the T-bar chairlift.
Yeah, okay, that's actually also a valid point. So you can see that in this resort you have so many lifts that, for me, sometimes I ski for the whole year and don't take the T-bar. The only time, because T-bar, even if you do skiing, T-bar is actually very slow, inefficient, and it makes you tired, right? But sometimes I will do it only if there's a terrain you can access for off-piste, right? So because there's few people using T-bar, so there's more fresh snow, untracked powder. But if you don't want to take T-bar in Europe, you really don't have to, because you can go everywhere with gondolas and chairlifts.
Plus, we also kind of pick the resorts that have fairly modern infrastructure. That's the table that Michael showed earlier with the speed of the lifts. Yeah, none of us really want to wait in line, right? And I think if you pick the right, then you don't have to.
Yep. Yeah, Austria is actually very, very good in infrastructure, especially. Yeah. So this is right now the map of the biggest resorts. Yeah, in Salzburg, at least, not in Austria. St. Anton is a bit bigger, but it's already really, really big. It takes I think this is like a whole day trip, and you have to be really fast. I remember this year we did 100 kilometers during one day, so everyone was so tired that never again. I only did once this season. I took Taiwanese snowboarders for 100 kilometers trip during one day, and they said never again. Thank you. Yeah.
那在
这
这么大的雪场里面，滑雪是不是很容易迷路？
是蛮容易迷路的，就是要看地图，然后我觉得特别容易迷路的是，如果你看道外，我觉得你滑雪倒是还好，可是道外有一些地方，最好玩的地方是那种你一开始看不出来，你可以回到雪道，所以很多人不敢滑那边。可是现在其实有很多工具，像 Fat Map 等等，你可以好好在出发前研究那些路线跟 off-piste terrain，and then it's really can't wait actually to be back in the mountains. Yeah. So I have all those maps of those resorts, and all those resorts are accessible from like 30 to 45 minutes drive from the place we stay. Yeah. So that's why Austria is also quite interesting if you wanted to see different resorts. Yeah. Yeah, so this is already week number 5. And also live on the up of the screen. And there's a lot of some connected, some not connected lifts here. Yeah? So this is Schladming and Tauhensee, Flachau, the biggest resorts in the eastern part of Salzburg province. Yeah. So we're gonna live in those kind of small houses. Inside it looks kind of like this. This is the resort that we'll be based in. Annaberg it's not very big and also like quite low. The top is at 1,600 only, but it's the first mountain when the Alps are starting, so it gets a lot of snow when it's cold enough because the first clouds are hitting the slopes. So it's a lot of fresh snow here. Yeah, and then the next one is Flachau together with Tauhensee. Also, they're all connected, so you can go from one side of the mountain like this to the end. Probably one day is really not enough. You're not able to go all the way, go and back. Yeah, so you definitely have to spend 2 days here to have an idea of how it looks. Not to go every slope because it has 200 kilometers of slope. Yeah, and 12 peaks. Yeah. And this is one of my favorite part of this resort with excellent tree skiing. So not a lot of places in Europe has very good tree skiing because normally a lot of forest is too thick. But this forest actually is quite similar to Japan. That's what people said. And also you have this skiing above forest as well. Yeah. And this is also quite interesting place. It's close to Hallstatt. A lot of people go there just for regular tours, and then just 5 kilometers, there's like one lift that takes you from 600 meters to 2,100. So it's 1,500 meters vertical. And this is all off-piste terrain here. It's also very nice. And it's also like the first mountain from the Alps, so it gets a lot of snow. And you can see the lake below when you're skiing up. Yeah. So this is the lake here on this part of the map above. Yeah. So for the last week in Austria, we'll be actually moving not that far. We're just gonna stay close to Schladming Resort, and also ski out. And this accommodation is even a bit more premium with a bathtub or with a swimming pool and with like very big windows with the views of the Alps. And yeah, quite fancy. Yeah. So we'll just stay on the left side next to the slopes, and then we can just travel around the whole resort here and visit some other neighboring like small resort like here. There's few lifts, but probably it's no one there. And they have a new gondola this year, so I want to check it out. Yeah, Obertauern is also a very famous resort in Austria. It's one of the most snowshoe resorts because it's quite high. For Austria, it's up to 2,500 meters and starts at 1,600. So it starts season in middle of November already. And it's mostly above the trees, so it's plenty of off-piste as well. Yeah, the smaller resorts, it's just no one there because only for lifts in Europe, it's just like it's very, very empty. Yeah. Yeah. And after Austria, move to
Michael, could you show some video about the actual video on Austria resort? Like
you want to see because I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but I can show the video for Austria to see for example for Saalbach, but just not sure how fast will it be. for off-piste, it looks more like this. So
Oh, it's running quite smoothly.
It's very big.
not sure, Gary, if you can see anything.
Yeah, we can see something. Yeah, we understand. We know more the environment and how the resort look like. Yeah, this one with good tree one over here.
Yeah, I can show you the tree run in Austria, the one I kind of like. The other one. Just need to go back. This one is with trees, yeah.
Yes. Wow. It's quite powdery, right?
Yeah, so this is a very, very nice day. So this day we started at 9 o'clock and we finished at 3 something. And I think we did around 50 kilometers of yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
long one
yeah,
there.
of going down only in powder. So very, very tired. Yeah, and a friend of us, he lost his cell phone. So the next day he tried to find it, but no way.
Well, no one here in this resort. You can't see anyone in that big area.
Yeah, there's I think we saw maybe not more than 5. This is on the slope, yeah. This one is on the slope. So it's just fresh snow on the slope. But if you go outside, there's really no one, not that many people. I think 5, 10 in the whole resort that go for off-piste. So you have fresh snow for a very till the afternoon, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So for Austria, it looks
you
mostly like this, yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
To me, when I ski in such a big ski resort, know, it's a little bit like going hiking, but very fast, right? And then at first you start with one mountain, but then you add another one, and then all of a sudden you get this. You have a feeling for the whole area, and it's like a spatial feeling for the size, and it's just amazing to experience nature in this way.
Yeah. I can also show later a video from Jungfrau, just to show a bit, because probably it's not that smooth, so it's more like pictures. But yeah, so coming back to Switzerland, so we will stay next to the lake, and then we will drive to the resorts daily with our cars, because it's also the resort is divided in 3 different parts. This one on the right is first. This one is Männlichen, and this one is Schildhorn. So even if you stay close to the resort, you still need to go to other side to visit. Plus, staying close to the lake, it's really, really beautiful and nice, because it's already March. So there's snow in the mountains up, but at the lake is very low, because lake is at 500 meters. The resort starts at 1,500 meters and goes up to 3,000. So there's good snow, but here is already like spring. Yeah. Yeah. So it's very, very beautiful. So we will stay in those buildings here basically next to the lake. And this is how the slopes look like. Also the same time of the year, first week of March, second week of March. And the map of the resorts that I mentioned left one resort first. So this was the picture from the resort. The one in the middle, this is the biggest one, also with the most crowded, and then the one on the right. Yeah, I think I can try to show a short video from it. Oh, my computer is a bit slow. come back, come back. Okay. Jungfrau. Oh. This one is okay. So yeah, so Andrew, you're in the video, I think. Andrew is skiing here on the left, and the views are way more stunning. I mean, the views in Austria are great, but when you move to Switzerland, everything is just so much bigger. The mountains are really so much bigger, so it's a different experience, totally. Yeah. So there's a regular slope. You can see how many people are on the slopes.
And the guy in yellow is Bart. That's our other partner. He has a really funny skiing style.
Yeah.
But he's
So if
actually
you
the
want to,
best.
yeah, that's for sure.
There you see it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think just to see how the resort looks like from it. Because we also takes quite a lot of time already, almost an hour. Okay, let's go back to the PowerPoint. Yes, but also Jungfrau has a lot of off-piste, basically, especially here on the left side. From where you were guys skiing, you go left, and there's a really nice terrain there as well. Yeah. And for the next week after Jungfrau, you can also go in Jungfrau. You can also go with this train to the top of Europe to see the glaciers and some ice caves, etc., etc. It's also much cheaper with a ski pass than when you're like a regular tourist. Yep. So for next week, we will move to Lax, but we will stay outside Lax in the small resort, and we'll just do Lax, Brigos, and Obersachsen. Those three resorts during the week. We probably won't go to Arosa because it's a bit far, and this is really enough of going on here, especially like this one. To be honest, so our home result is just starting from 1,200 to 2,000 to above 2,000. So it also has 1,000 of vertical as well. So it's not that small, and it's definitely very empty. Yeah, and this is the Lax map. Lax is actually very good for beginner off-piste terrain. A lot of terrain is quite not that steep, so the avalanche risk is quite low, and it's just so big. Like you can go everywhere. All this white space is where you can actually go. But this year we weren't lucky. There was no fresh snow in Lax, so we had to just stick to the slopes. And this resort is just next to Lax on the other side. It's also very beautiful and also very good terrain for off-piste. I can just show a short video of how it looks in the resort. I think it's Obersachsen. Yeah, just this one. So there was no fresh snow, so we stayed on the slope, but just there wasn't that many people. Yeah, and when you have fresh, you just go right or left, can go anywhere. There's no gates, no one controls you, and this is really quite safe for everyone to try. Yeah, and then for Lax, just a short video from Lax. Also the same. We had to stick to the slopes, but even with those views and very long slopes, it's really a lot of fun going.
Thanks for the message. Cool that you joined.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Back to the presentation. Yep. So then next weekend.
I was just going to say that these itineraries, they're also, I mean, we kind of determine the location based on, climate and what makes sense based on people. But then there's also some flexibility. Like you can choose how you spend your day, right? You want to go wild and and take advantage of the whole day, or you want to have a bit more chilled. Usually in the the spa and bathing culture in Europe is maybe not as big as in Japan, for example, but still there are also places that each kind of area has some places, and there are opportunities to go there as well. I mean, the whole thing is kind of flexible, and you can choose how you want to spend your day, and you're not forced to do it in some way or another. Would you confirm, Michael?
Yeah, exactly. Especially that we have our own cars, so you could just drive wherever you want, and we could just discuss together where you guys want to go. Or yeah, so this is quite flexible. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think I can continue with St. Moritz. So this is the view from the top of St. Moritz to the highest peaks there. And this is the map of the main resort. Yeah, St. Moritz is a bit on the southern side of the Alps, so it doesn't get that much of snow. It's mostly like a sunny place. So, but it's very high. It starts at 1,800 up to 3,000 in this resort, but then in Korvac it gets up to 3,300. So we also met with the guys from St. Moritz, and they had best powder days in May because it just can get so high, and also you have views on the lake, so it's very picturesque. Overall, the biggest difference between Switzerland and Austria, I think, is Switzerland is just even more beautiful. Yeah, Austria is already very beautiful, but Switzerland is on another level. Yeah. St. Moritz also is like a very posh resort. A lot of people from around the world, because from most other resorts in Europe, you only see Europeans, but in St. Moritz is a lot of people from the Middle East, a lot of Americans, before a lot of Russians. Yeah. So for St. Moritz, those two resorts here are not that big, but the views are spectacular, and they also have very big vertical starting from 1,800 to 3,400, and it's terrain. And Korvac is very advanced terrain for off-piste, but below here they're less advanced terrain. And for example, in Diavoletza, there's like a very long run through the glacier. So you just go up with the gondola and go around with this yellow run on the glacier, and then go up with the train back. So it depends on the conditions, of course. If it's open, like this year we went there and the conditions were not good enough, so they didn't open the run. Yeah. Andrew, maybe you want to add something about St. Moritz because you spent some time together this year.
I mean, St. Moritz is a super fancy place, right? It's known for luxury shopping as well, and I think also for stuff like that. If you're interested in it, then you can also choose to spend a part of your day in that way and do some shopping, or perhaps I don't know. I mean, if you're really interested in helicopter skiing, there's also this. Maybe not here, but I mean in general, right? There are options for all kinds of activities, and we don't set many rules. So basically, if you have something in mind and you want to do it, then we'll try to accommodate you and make sure you have fun.
Yeah.
In the end, we still kind of try to look at the community and want to make everyone happy, right? So that's also kind of why we we spend time with all the guests, and then it's more on a on a friendship level and less as in as in a sales activity.
I don't think I have any. Oh, I think I might have a video from St. Moritz. Let's see, because it looks, if I have this video, yeah, okay, it's a video of a beginner skier. Yeah, so she just started skiing a year before, and then she went to St. Moritz, and it's really stunning up on the glacier. It's like this is the slope from Korvac, the highest slope in St. Moritz, but even if you go that high, actually the slope is not that steep. So you can enjoy the views without being a real expert. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yep. So the next one, at the end of March already, we'll move to France. We'll move to La Plagne, which is actually located next to Three Valleys, the biggest resort in the world, and then Teen Val d'Isère all together. There were plans to connect them, but that would probably be too much because La Plagne itself, together with Les Arcs, has 400 kilometers of slopes. Three Valleys, it's 600, and then this is 300 kilometers of slope. And the whole Hokkaido altogether has around 400. So it's like those three resorts is like 3 islands or 4 islands or Hokkaido in terms of like how long the slopes are. And yeah, the accommodation is just typical apartments. This one is also a ski out next to the lift, with the views on the mountain. And the resorts consist of 2 parts. And for this week, we'll mostly stay in this resort because it's really, really, really big. Maybe we can go for 1 day to Three Valleys just to check it out. Yeah, we'll see. And yeah, also because it's end of March already, so most of the slopes in the resorts are above 2,000 meters. So you can be relaxed about the snow quality. The snow should be good enough. Yeah. And for Three Valleys also is, if you go, the base in Val Thorens starts at 2,300. So it's very good resort up until the end of April even. So for end of March, it will be totally fine. Yeah. And the last week will be Zermatt. And to be honest, when you go to Zermatt, all the other resorts kind of not good enough. I think personally it's the best for me. I don't know about Andrew and about yourself. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly that one mountain. Does everyone know Toblerone chocolate? The yellow one with the mountain? It's this one, right? And
yeah, so this is Matterhorn here. You can see it on the map. So normally for off-piste terrain, we will use this map to check where it's safe to go. And yeah, so in Zermatt, we have 2 options for accommodation. One is in Tash, which is just next village from Zermatt. So you go by train. It's 15 minutes to Zermatt, and we have an apartment in Zermatt as well. And then there's plenty of like easy terrain for off-piste, which is around, let's say, Gornegrad. This one is very, very, very easy for beginners. Then it's a bit more difficult just next to Matterhorn. This mountain here, you can go from this lift through the forest down. It's a bit more difficult, but it's still manageable. We can also go for some like glacier rides, because Zermatt starts at 1,600, but the highest lift is at 3,800 here high, and to the other side you can go to Italy. So normally when we're not busy riding powder, we would go to Italy to have a lunch. It's just much better food and much cheaper food on the other side. Yeah. So coming back to the PowerPoint,
A year ago,
share the map.
A year ago, I had the opportunity to fly with a helicopter around Zermatt, and it was just absolutely amazing. For me, definitely something I'll always remember. So yeah, it's highly recommended.
And also Zermatt has the longest slope in the world. So from the top here to the bottom in Italy, it's 20 kilometers, 22 kilometers, and 2,300 vertical. So if you go quite fast, it takes 40 minutes. Yeah, that's as far as I remember. This is how long it takes. Yeah, and for sure it will be open to the bottom till April, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, what else we can mention about Zermatt? Maybe we can show a short video from Zermatt that we took this year. It's in April. We also had powder days. It was a really good time. So yeah, it's a picture from the top. But let me check the video from Zermatt. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the slope in the top. When you just start this longest slope from the highest point on the mountain, and this is the easy off-piste close to Gornergrat. And as you can see, that not that many people because it's already April, so we had the slopes to ourselves. Andre, how is the connection? Is it fast enough or it's really slow?
It's actually, for me, it's good. Gary, for you?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So we're going towards a bit more difficult terrain in front, but this is just all quite easy next to the slopes, and it is actually already the second or third day after the snowfall, and there's still plenty of fresh snow to be found. It's not like the snow just fell down this morning. No, it's already like a huge snow. Yeah, it's just still plenty of space to have fun. Yeah.
Probably in that week there will be a bit more people than in other weeks, right? But still okay.
Yeah, but it's just like you see how many people are on the slopes normally. Like, so there will be people on the slope for sure, but outside of the slopes, there's not that many really. It's just Europeans mostly stick to the slopes, and especially Zermatt is not like Lax, for example. Lax is a place when people go for off-piste, but Zermatt people go there because it's beautiful. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Majestic mountain.
Yeah, okay. I think that is yeah. So this is the slope. This is see how crowded it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's all for the resorts. Yeah, for the whole season plan. Yeah. If you maybe Andrew, you have anything you would like to add?
Or Gary?
Yeah.
Any other question that you spotted?
So for the regarding the tour, you guys will have someone to help to pick them up and hosting them during the stay, right? So you will every day you will so in the morning you will take them to the right place, right resort to enjoy the white powder or white ski lift, right? So every day
the person probably will be me and Andre.
So if some beginner want to go there, will you provide some beginner class or some riding improvement class for them?
If it's a total beginner, I would just recommend to just buy a course from the local school. Yeah, and it's gonna be in English. if there's like, because for a place in Zermatt, we probably will have a lot of people. So there were different levels. Some people would go for more difficult powder, some people would go for easier powder, and some people would just stay on the slopes. Can definitely have like 4 or 5 different levels in the week like Zermatt.
I see. So normally for when you go to resort, will you lead them to the place you want them to go, or everyone just go by themselves, or just explore by themselves? What will it like?
Exactly, it's free. Yeah, you can go. We will have people to guide. I will guide as well. But if you want to explore by yourself, is also okay. Yeah, no one will force you to go together.
For sure, we're gonna make sure that everyone knows the do's and don'ts of each ski resort, and knows where to go and what to kind of avoid. And then if you want to go with someone, there's always someone you can join, and there will be guides.
Also, you have guide to lead them to the different area, right? They can join freely to your guide, right? So it come with the tour, or it need to be additional charge for the guide?
No, it's all included. Yeah,
It's all
it's
right?
included
Oh.
in the package.
We cannot teach, but guide, yes. For teaching, if you want to learn or improve your skiing level, you need to take a class, because it's like the protected industry. Yeah. If some of our guides were to teach, then they get a fine, a big one.
Yes, but the guide will lead them. It's included in the package. The guide will lead the participant to different resort and lead them to different off-piste or piste route, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's cool.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to join, Gary. You should come over for at least for Zermatt, because I know you'll be Japan before, but for Zermatt first week of April, yeah, you should be here or there.
Yeah. Need to go Zermatt.
Yeah, and hope the snow will be good, and then it's like, oh, I can't wait. Seriously. Yeah.
So far, you are talking about, because we are talking about 3 areas, right? Austria, Switzerland, and France. So
Yes.
how you recommend the people to go to which resort or which area is for the first choice, or what are your recommendations?
I mean, honestly, I don't recommend personally going to Zermatt as your first choice, because then after, nothing will beat that. So personally, I would recommend to start from Austria and then move to Switzerland. Because if you go to Austria as your first destination in Europe, you will be satisfied. The views will be great. It was totally different in Japan. And then after you go to Zermatt, you will still have this wow effect. But when you go to Zermatt first and then you go anywhere else, it's like, it's good, but it's not Zermatt. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it works this way. For me, I've been to Zermatt only after I was skiing for maybe 20 years or something. So it's never too late. Yeah, but if you do it, this is your first place for started skiing, then probably I don't think it's a wise idea. Yeah.
Basically, the message that we want to place with all our ski friends out there, I mean, Japan has some amazing snow and resorts, and Michael and I, we've also been to New Zealand before the pandemic, and what we want to tell you is that there's more to discover, and it's a whole lot more. It's really worth the experience.
The long plane trip, yeah, because it took more than 10 hours flight.
Yeah.
So
So
from Hong Kong, still okay.
Yeah, we just overnight plane to go there, so it's okay. But the main issue is we need to adapt the time zone over there.
Yeah, so that's maybe
actually,
another
for
point
Europe, time zone adjustments is not that bad, because then you just wake up very early for skiing, and then when you're tired, you go bed early. It's worse when you're coming back to Hong Kong, and then you're not able to get to work.
Yeah.
But during your holiday, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Basically, because everyone traveling from Asia over to Europe will wake up early. We decided to get up really early as well. So we always try to kind of be the first ones on the slope. And the fact that, you guys will probably get up around 5 a.m. or something like that, or 6. That means we can be the first ones and then enjoy the best snow.
And also, you talk about many off-piste in the resort. So, do the participant need to use any beacon or shuffle or something like that?
Yeah, we will have it available for rental. Yeah, or if you have your own, you can bring it for yourself. But we will have beacon and yeah.
Oh, you have those items ready for rental for them, right?
Yes.
That's more safe. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the most important is actually, this is the last resort. The most important is to know when to go and where to go. Yeah, just go to the terrain that is not avalanche prone, to just not that steeper slopes, and it will be fine. Beacon is just for the worst case, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
咁就好多謝，我諗時間差唔多啦，就多謝Alps2go 嘅 Michael 同埋 Andy 啦，幫我哋分享咗一個咁好嘅一個歐洲滑雪資訊啦，同埋佢哋所搞嘅一個歐洲本地旅行團嘅一個行程嘅。咁我諗大家都已經聽得好想去歐洲啦，我相信，因為見到啲雪場咧真係好大，同比日本嗰啲即係大好多倍啊！咁另外再加上佢哋又有車我哋去唔同地方啦，都好似幾好咁一個滑雪團係。咁好啦，咁就係要同大家講拜拜啦，係。咁我哋今日嘅分享就完啦，拜拜。